let's see if this is broadcasting properly. Okay, there we go. Now we're live. We've got the map showing up. There we go. So yes, this is a mission I flew earlier with my wingman. We flew from Gaziantep to this village here south of a lake that has a target building here with the border guards, which have been going across the border. This line right here, it's basically the border wall, and they've been going across the border in Turkey, so now we're taking some Turkish F-4s to go bomb some parked BMPs that they have here and there, some APCs in this target building. There's also this truck column, which was my buddy's targets earlier. I'm going to use the GBU-8 HOBOS to target the building and the northern BMPs. As you can see, there are helicopters flying around in that sector. So earlier I tried to broadcast this, and my bombs were not dropping, and so I rechecked everything, and after some tests they were dropping fine, so figured now it was okay to show that to you. So let's go try it. So we've got the custom building that we're trying to hit there. There are some parked BMPs there. These are the two targets I want to hit with my HOBOS. And this map here, if we zoom, we can see some parked BMPs there, some vehicles in a group. There's some smoke that will help us locate the village. The customs building is right there. There are some BMP ones there, and that's the truck column, as I said earlier. So north is in that direction. There's the big lake further north. So let's go fly. Now I know this is a mission I had made originally for Turkish F-4s with just conventional munitions, but I just changed the skin on my plane and I put some HOBOS. I don't even know if the Turkish had those, but it just looks good. And you can see one Mi-8 there, so there's definitely helicopters flying around the target area. So let the textures load a little bit. And I can always come back to the airfield here because I've positioned some vehicles there where I can rearm, refuel, and so that's a possibility as well if I don't get everything I want to get in the first run. So let's just get things set up here. So this side looks good, so let's just check our instrument panel here. We're on TV. We want this one to be on direct. This here I won't touch, master arm. And the weapons you'll see are on the outer pylons. I'll arm my gun as well. We'll just look from the outside there. So you can see those big 2,000-pound bombs with what looks like a camera in the front. That's the GBU-8 HOBOS. And you can also see that I've got a full load of Rockeyes. Got some sidewinders, some sparrows, so that I can try to get the helicopters if I need to. But that's my plane, that's the load, so we're going to try to get the buildings, northern BMPs with the two HOBOS, and then we'll try to use the Rockeyes to destroy some more vehicles. I also have a gun, so that can all potentially be used. So let's just make sure our switches are in the right position. This looks good here. Master arm is good. Alright, we'll set this to air to ground. We'll put the reticle at about 24, 23, somewhere there. Alright, let's taxi.
Alrighty, let's go flying, buddy.
I agree. Let's go do that. looking good. Let's bring the RPMs up. Pressures look good. Release the brakes.
Engine's good. Airspeed's coming alive. $80 knots. 100 knots. Flaps up.
Gears coming up.
Gears moving. Gear up.
And we're heading for our first waypoint, which is basically the target. Let's turn the autopilot and let's see if we can get this to stabilize enough. That doesn't seem to want to. There we go. In the distance, we can see that in this area here there's smoke. There's the lake there that we saw on the map earlier. So this is north of our target, and the building that I'm going to be targeting is in that area somewhere there. And so first I'll use my reticle here to bring it down to the target, and then in here I'm going to put my TV camera. Let's do that now. You can see that this is the reticle that I'll use to point the camera at the target. If you're curious to know which controls I'm going to use, you'll see it's pretty simple for the hobos. You press the trigger to lock the camera on a target, and then you have to hold it. And once you have a good lock and you seem to be in range, you just hit the bomb button, and then the bomb will probably release from the plane. I say probably because that's where I had trouble earlier. And later on I'll be using Rockeyes, and for the Rockeyes I will also use the gesture context action there that allows him to lock the ground with the radar so that you get an idea of the distance to the ground with the bombs, and then the plane calculates everything to know when to drop the bombs. So let's do that. Climb some more because I really like having a good dive when I go to the target. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to bring my reticle over the target area, and then I'll use the camera here to find my building, which is I think the darker area here. Kinda hard to tell at this distance, even zoomed in a lot. Yeah, that seems to have locked. So I'm going to hold that in.
We have a 1 o'clock. 5 miles, 11 o'clock. 9 miles.
Like I said, I wasn't too sure I liked what I had, so I'm going to try to bring it in exactly where I want. More to the left.
Steering updated to next turn point.
I guess that didn't work. Doesn't always work the first time. What I'll do is I'll go towards the lake, and I think maybe the next target I'll try will be the BMPs. See if I can get a better contrast for those. Okay, so this time we're going on that square over here. Let's bring the camera on that. Arms away. Let's have a look at that. Boom. Alright, that worked. As you can see, I'm heavy from one side. You can only drop one of these at a time. Looking for the tall building. Bombs away.
We have a 1 o'clock. 6 miles.
We hit the target area. Not sure we hit the right building though. That'll have to do. I had a pretty poor image on the camera, so what I'll do now is try to stabilize my plane here. So what we'll do is we'll bring our reticle back to 0. We will select the 3 center pylons there. We'll go to DT. Select bombs. I'm going to drop 4 of them at a time. I'm going to set my spacing to 0.06. And then we'll go to our bomb table. We're going to tell that to Jester. Like DT, we're going to be using some Mark 20s. We're going to dive at about 20 degrees. Usually I fly about 360. And maybe if we could drop this at about 3,000, that'd be good.
Roger.
And this we've set at 0.06. I'd like the probably the first bomb to hit.
Okay.
And so we'll triple check everything. This here nose tail is useful, and for this DT bombs master arms on. This is air to ground and 0. Let's go. Disengage autopilot. And now we're going to go for our column of APCs. So because I didn't ask Jester,
What's it at?
fuel is good. Got our target area that's still smoking there. Yes, so because I didn't tell Jester to hold on the waypoint I currently have is the base over there. So that's why, like, knowing where the geography is, like the lake, the smoke, the mountains, it helps to find your way when you're looking for the targets. And if I show you here with the selector, there's this green patch of grass there that's where the targets are going to be, roughly.
We have a 11 o'clock. 8 miles.
That's the helicopters. We'll go get them afterwards. Drop our bombs first. Helicopters are just recon. They're not gonna hurt us. Okay, so I see my group of vehicles there. We're going to use our Jester context button. He's going to lock that ground for us.
Captured.
Bombs away. Let's go check that. Oh, I hit a little bit to the left of the targets. And I didn't hit the one I thought I was hitting. I was aiming at the wrong patch of grass. But I think I got a truck, so that's good.
Okay, I got it captured.
Bombs away. One of the vehicles fired at us. Oh, hit them pretty well.
We have a 7 o'clock, 5 miles.
So now we'll have 2 more bombs. And we'll try to go for those BMPs where there's a small smoke there. Try to point it on the ground. That area right here is what we're going to try to hit, because this area looks like it blew up pretty good. So I've got 2 bombs left for that.
Okay, captured.
Bombs away. That was a little bit short, but it's all right. One of the fun things we can do is we can go back to radar. And start looking for helicopters. Switch air to air. I'll put my reticle on the sidewinders. Spot anything visually. It's pretty much what I thought, so we're gonna cheat a little bit. Yeah, they're both to my left. Fly low, maybe I can see them better against the sky. Every time I see the little specks and the textures of the window, I think I see a helicopter. See where they are now. There's one there. Try to spot it. .3. What's my altitude? 49. Yeah, I just passed it. Yeah, there it is.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock now.
Box 2. Boom. Down he goes. The other one's to my right, just past the village. It'd be cool to be able to lock it with the Sparrow, but I don't know. He's higher than me. Okay, there he is. Let's see if I can lock him like that. Have a lock. Switching to Sparrow. Too close, switching back to Sidewinders. Box 2. Boom.
Flash.
Yeah, the Sparrows had a hard time locking on it, so you have to count to 4, and I was getting close too quick, so. Alright, I'll take that. Now if I go check the village again, I'm out of bombs. I still have a gun. I think what I'll do is I'll try a gun pass on my buddy's targets, which were a column of trucks. We'll try that with the gun. So, I'm gonna set my depression to about 25. Go guns. I think to disable the other things, you have to put this thing on C or P or wait. In any case, I'm doing air to ground now, so yeah, I see the vehicles. So they're in that patch of sand dead ahead. Just do like a nice strafe run and Yeah, we'll get a few of them. Yeah, the far part of the column looks like it's on fire. A few other vehicles are smoking. For the automatic lock that I have on the radar, there's something on the weapon selector they say to do. I forget exactly what it is. I thought it was the letter C or P here. I'll play with all the... is it that letter C? Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, it's back to 50 now. Okay. So it's on that weapon selector. It's good to know. Now we see like our regular radar. It gets it out of the cage mode. Another little thing I am learning. Now one thing I did is I put the airfield. It has a... Just want to check as I disengage my autopilot there for a second. I'm gonna put this on 69X. That's my TACAN that I set. It's on transmit receive. So we're gonna go TACAN and TACAN. Now it's going to point towards the TACAN, which is 22 miles, where our airfield is. And if I remember correctly, my airfield, the runway is 280 or something of the sort. So what we'll do is we'll go right like this. And so we'll be heading in the opposite direction from the runway. And we'll be able to look to our right when we get closer to the airfield. 18 miles, still have a little ways to go. We still have 2,000 pounds of fuel, so we're good for a while. So what I'll do is I'll put the airfield on my left side, and then I'll make a left turn for base, and then another left turn for final, and I'll be able to land. Now because I'm playing all by myself, through the magic of technology, I can make those miles go by much faster. We're within 10 miles. We should have, yeah, that's a visual of the airfield right there. And so that's going to allow us to slowly start our descent. Maybe go say hello to some of the locals. There's an industrial sector there. Can go say hello to those folks. keep an eye on my airfield, which is there. So once I've done my little flyby of the industrial area, I'll make a left turn to get perpendicular with that line on my HSI. And then it'll help me line up with the runway when I make my final. I don't know if there's anybody on their break outside enjoying the fresh air. They're about to hear something loud go by. I don't want to go too fast because I'm going to go intercept for runway. There it is. Let's get the air brakes out, make a sharp turn left. As you can see, we're going to get on that line there. We've gone past it a bit, but it's okay. Get our wheels down, flaps down. Give it a bit of power.
Alrighty, gear, flaps, pressure, warning lights, anti-skid. 300. Fuel check. How are we doing?
You always check for fuel right before I'm about to touch down.
Wow, I guess we should tell the plane captain we need a new undercarriage.
I didn't break anything. Stop your whining. No more parachute. Of course, because it's hot here, we can get some fresh air. I like going to the far parking there. Love those parking brake sounds. Wheel brakes, I should say. Sounds like my race cars. Let's make it look nice. There we go.
Roger. Will chocks are in.
Thank you, sir. We'll start our usual lazy shutdown.
Already done.
And some of the cool things we can do is, like, I can lift the visor like that. And then, for fun, I can put on my sunglasses. I could show you what it looks like from up close. Isn't that the best look you can get? All good to go there. I don't know if we see it in the outside view when I erase the seat. It's probably more something you can see from the inside. Because when I'm inside, I can do this, or I can do this. Right now it's not doing much. I guess it's gonna be pretty much done at this time. End. So again, I'm gonna go talk to my ground crew. This boarding ladder. Could you place it, please? Ah, there we go. And so then again, we've got like the ladder to get out. It all looks pretty great. So I hope you enjoyed the little flight. There will be others.